Hello guys, and welcome to today's video with a theme of sustainability, and under that bracket comes recycling and disposing of things that we don't want properly. So we are going to be upgrading a milk can or carton into a T-Rex head. Okay, so very simply all I've done is taken off the lid, and I have actually cut the milk carton in half and left a little gap here for a hinge. I've marked it off in Sharpie and then took some scissors and cut it. You might want to ask for some help from an adult to do this part. So the next thing we are going to do is cut off the ends that I've marked here. So around the top of the bottleneck, we're just going to take some scissors and cut those out. So the next part is we are going to cut out the handle part. So I've just drawn in Sharpie the oval shape that we are going to cut out. So again, leaving some space here, so I'm going to take the scissors and cut round, all around here and then back. So the next step, using some tape, preferably something called masking tape. You might have some tucked away, you could ask your mum and dad. Some masking tape to tape this onto the top here, so it's like you're lifting it, so it's that way, heading towards the back of the head. So after a lot of masking tape, I have something that looks like this. So the lid is now firmly set on top. So now what I'm going to do is cut some slits going down here, and then I'm going to bend them in to make a snout. Okay, so let me show you what I have done. I have cut some slits in here, and a lot of the milk bottles will have some like natural lines and indentations. And what you're going to do is just gently bend them like that, and then you get a shape just like that, so that becomes the snout. It's just gently bent, just tucked in like that. So I'm also levelling it out as well, so there's not this gap in here, and then I'm just going to take that down. Okay, so after a lot of tape, I have now done the snout. What I'm going to do is take some more tape and fill in this gap here. So remember the neck of the bottle that we cut off, this bit of the milk carton? We are going to cut that in half. So where it's got that little ridge like that, it's going to cut it in half. So we have like a small and chunky piece, and then a longer, thinner one. So we have one like this, and then one like that. I'm going to do it for the other one as well. So with the shorter ones, I'm going to attach them on either side of the nose here as nostrils. So let's get that done. Right, nostrils done. We are now going to take the last two pieces of the top of the milk bottle, and we're going to put them here almost as eyelids on each side of the handle. So with the eyelids, I guess, done, I've cut the bottle cap in two, and they actually just slide in under there, and that's where I'm going to stick them. So after a lot of hassle, that is now done. That was the hardest bit so far for me, so if you manage to do that, then you're going to be absolutely fine. So now that that's done, I have marked out on the bottom here, so this is the underside, so when he lifts up his mouth to like roar, this is the bit under here, and we are going to cut this bit out and then attach it to the front here, just to reinforce it so it's not wobbling all over the place. So that is done. I put that piece of plastic here, and then all of the back here I just put tape across just to fill up that gap. I take back my earlier statement, that was the hardest thing to do so far. It's all a case of just taking your time and just doing one little bit at a time. So you have to have a little play with it and a little bit of a hassle, but it's fine. So now I've done, we're going to start on the teeth. So I've gone up a little bit because we are going to use this to make the teeth. So I've gone up maybe about a couple of centimetres in from the back, gone up about another few, and I'm going across, and then just where it starts to dip, I'm going to do the same and dip down here. So it's like these are the back teeth, and then the same on the back here, so I'm going to cut that out. So all I did was peel some masking tape off just so you could see it a bit clearly, and I've drawn some big teeth at the back and then some small ones at the front, and then I'm going to cut those out and I'm going to stick them on the inside here with some tape so it looks as though they're coming from inside. So as you can see, he is starting to look like a dinosaur. I'm sounding a little bit tired because this project is taking a long time, but it's quite fun. So I'm going to do the same thing along the bottom like I did here. I'm just going to cut down and then up here. Then I'm going to make some sets of teeth. Ta-da! So he is all done. The teeth are done. If I didn't have enough teeth, what I did was I literally just used the scrap triangles from the ones at the top and then attached them with some tape to the bottom, so that's why he's got quite a big canine there. So yeah, he's all done. I've covered the whole thing in tape because the paint I'm using, poster paint, it doesn't stick to the plastic. But if you're using something better like acrylic, that way you wouldn't have to use as much tape. So I am ready to paint him in homage to the great T-Rex. They are green. So I'm going to start painting green. So this is Mr. T-Rex so far. I covered him all in the same colour green paint, and then I went over it with some darker paint, so it's green mixed with a bit of black, and I went in the eye sockets, and then I did all on the front of his nostrils. So this is what I've ended up with. I've drawn some gashes down his eye, similar to the dinosaur that I drew in a previous video, and I just put some red on his teeth to make it look like he's had a nice dinner, and I painted the inside of his mouth all pink, and yeah, so that's him complete. You can choose how you want to paint it. It could be bright red like those scary ones, and yeah, that's him done.